So Captain Frank's was a legendary Cleveland restaurant that used to be right a few blocks away from here at East 9th Pier. And you know, this was one of those great childhood memories that I had when my family would come downtown. Something about seeing that sign was just kind of very magical for me. So I knew I wanted to do some paintings that had a nostalgic Cleveland theme, and that was the first one that came to mind. It's a fun painting.
Just keep looking at it. Keep looking at it. You guys were just talking about everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about that one.
No, no,
right?
no, no.
Okay.
Happy to.
Oh, okay. All right. Another Cleveland icon, born and bred, much as yourself. Talk about this pixel.
So I have a new art style that I've created called pixelism, where I'm doing these paintings that I've pixelated. And what you're seeing here is the most recent pixelism painting. It is called S squared. So it's the letter S and the little number 2, the math symbol 2, because I don't want to give away what it is.
Right.
So these are fun because people have to try and figure out what they are. Now the thing about this painting, it does have a Cleveland theme, so that's the one hint that I will give away. And I did another one of these pixelism paintings with a Cleveland theme, and that would be this one here. And this one is titled CW squared. So these are very fun paintings. There are about 7 or 8 of these pixelism paintings in the show. Some of them I've made easier to focus your eyes and see, and some of them I purposely made very difficult to see.
Now, when you say created this style, there's nobody else out there doing this kind of work? This pixeled?
Not like this, no. I mean, there are different modern art paintings out there that maybe have a colorful approach similar to this, but not this pixelated, perfect grid pixelism that I've done with the help of a lot of Scotch tape.
That's awesome. What about, away from the pixelism, some of these others?
Well, there are, if we want to talk about Cleveland a little more, there are some other nostalgic Cleveland paintings. And back in the 50s and 60s, there was this bottling company here in Cleveland called Little Tom. And they made this great flavored soda. And they came in these little 6-ounce bottles, hence the name Little Tom. And you know, growing up in the 60s, there, at any kind of big family event, you always knew there were going to be Little Tom sodas, and kids used to go crazy over them because they were this bright colored soda. So these were fun to do. Also, another nostalgic piece, Mr. Jingling's key. So people will remember, native Clevelanders will remember back years ago at Hallie's store, and then he eventually ended up at Higbee's. Mr. Jingling was a Cleveland created holiday character, and he was the keeper of the keys. So you would come downtown, you'd go to Hallie's, you meet Mr. Jingling, you'd have your photo taken with him, and then he would give you one of these cardboard keys to take home. So when I was coming up with these nostalgic paintings, I thought, oh, I've got to paint Mr. Jingling's key. It's a classic. So there it is.
If somebody comes down to the show and they're just struck by the same nostalgic feeling and they're like, I got to have that. These are for sale?
Yes. Yes. Everything you see here is for sale. A few other paintings we have here. I just tried to do a bit of a cross-section because there are going to be 70 paintings here on Saturday. But I wanted to show the fact that the work really does cover a wide spectrum. So I've done some Italian landscapes. This one is called Bronte, and this is a town in Sicily that my family's actually from. And my wife and I went there a few years ago, and we met 35 of my cousins, which was a lot of fun. And I thought, well, I have to paint my family's origin. And Bronte is known for being in the foothills of Mount Etna, which is an active volcano and erupts quite often. Another Italian-themed painting would be this one here. This is called Luna di Miele, which is honeymoon. And my wife and I went to Tuscany on our honeymoon, and this archway happened to be on the grounds of the villa where we were staying. So as you and I were talking about earlier, I'm always keeping my eyes open, just because I never know where the inspiration will present itself. So I took a photo of this arch, brought it home, and then I changed the background a little bit. But this is one of the Italian themed paintings. And then this painting is the most personal thing here, and that is because the man in the center is my father Joseph Cartellone. So this painting is about my three heroes, and they would be Harry Houdini, Charlie Chaplin, and my dad. And I thought that I would put them together as contemporaries, and I put them in a New York City street scene from what would be kind of in the 1920s-ish or so. So this painting is very personal to me because it really is, I wanted to paint my father. And the day that my father came into the art room and saw the painting on the easel, and I only had just done the pencil drawing of his face, but he walked up to it and he said, is that supposed to be? It was a great moment. And I have a photograph of my father standing next to the finished painting, which is classic. Yeah. So I'm very proud of that one.
Can't wait to see the rest of the exhibit on Saturday.
Thank you, Matt.